And we are back for the third and final game here in the rinks of Hop Hog. My name's Kevin Broderick, joined by Travis Quigley and Paul Trentini on the camera. Travis Quigley on the microphone as well, doing some color for us today. And the game at hand is the St. Anthony's Friars. Yes, the 14-0 St. Anthony's Friars. 28 points, first in the Varsity League, up against the Connetquot Sayville Hockey Club, the T-Birds. 3-11 so far, 7 points in their 8th place in the Varsity League. Travis, I'm no magician, but I'm going to predict that you think that St. Anthony's will more than likely take this matchup.
St. Anthony's definitely has the edge, and you look at the matchup on paper, you look at the numbers that St. Anthony's has put up, you look at the only average 1.6 goals against per game. They got the three-headed monster in the net that I like to call them, between Filer, Tempone, and Valsic. No matter who's between the pipes of the Friars, you know you got a tough task at hand. Paul always doing what he can to stay warm. That's the first push-up I've actually ever seen him do.
It was one and done.
Yeah, I don't think he has much more in him. One push-up, that's about it. But no, for the T-Birds, obviously not the first half of the season that they were looking to have. 2024 did not end how they wanted. When I was at the All-Star game speaking with Logan Keel, their leading scorer, who also is sitting towards the top of the points total in the varsity division. He's in the top 20 right now. And when I talked with Logan, something he mentioned to me is the T-Birds need to find some consistency. They've been up and down. They've had a lot of close games where they just haven't been able to hold on and secure that win. They've had some tight battles. And like Logan said, it's really about consistency for the T-Birds as they make that push towards the playoffs. We were just talking about the push that the Middle Country Cougars and West Islip Lions are making. They just played to a great 6-6 tie, if you're able to tune into that one. But for the T-Birds here, consistency, trying to stay in rhythm, and stick to the game plan for the full 45 minutes of action.
And listen, there's no better time to start than the present. If the T-Birds want to continue to climb in these standings, taking down St. Anthony's would be a perfect way to start that off, as we are underway already here at the rinks. 15 minutes on the clock for the first period.
Don't sleep on T-Birds netminder Alex Clark either. He comes up with a lot of big saves.
And again, the stats might be a little bit misleading with the amount of shots that he could potentially be facing on any given night. Goals against, or goals allowed against, goals allowed average, not really the most sound statistic for goalkeepers.
No, goalies hate the goals against average stat. That's why they all look at their save percentage. They don't look at the GAA. They don't care about that. They want, how many saves and did I win or lose? That's all goalies look at. When I talk to Coach Brandon Perrone, who does a lot of work with us, top 5 goals and saves of the week he puts together, and he had a cup of coffee a couple weeks ago playing for the Peoria Rivermen in the SPHL and picked up a 37-save win, and that's all he talked about. He talked about 37 saves and the win. That was it.
Could have been 6 goals allowed, didn't matter. 37
didn't matter.
Saves.
He made 37 saves and he got the win. So that's what the Tendies worry about.
It's one of those things as well. I'm not sure if anyone knows who I'm going to talk about, but Matvey Kazakov for the Seawolves last year. Another one of those guys. We got our first chance. Keel in on net looking for a shot. Behind him, they score! Logan Keel. Travis, he said don't sleep, and he comes up early with a 1-0 lead for the T-Birds.
Keel is the go-to guy for Connetquot Sayville, and he shows why right here. Bats the puck out of midair, corrals it to his forehand, and uses Brody O'Doherty as a screen. And 1-0 for the T-Birds. Not even 2 minutes into this game.
Yep, Azaridi to the face-off, trying to get his team back on tracks. Gives it over to Busa. Busa gets it back at the near boards after passing it off to Mikletish. We get a little bit more physical play on the near side boards. Now the T-Birds with an opportunity to get it going north. Keel still on the ice. Almost had another opportunity to touch the puck, but instead it's back to Busa. Has it in the right circle, looking for a centering pass out in front. Stopped up by Clark for a second. Puck still loose. His defenseman trying to get it cleared out in front of him, and they do. The T-Birds get it past the blue line. Here comes Keel skating onto the puck. Going up against a couple of defenders there on the near side. Puck squeaks out back into the defensive zone. Logan Booth with it. Another name that you got to mention when you talk about the T-Birds. Booth with 19 points so far this season, 7 goals, 12 assists. St. Anthony's skating up the left side. Shot, that's going to be blocked. Clark trying to pinch down it on the far side post, and he does.
And while we have a second, Kevin, you mentioned Logan Booth. I do want to congratulate the members of both sides who made the All-Star game, Logan Booth being one of them. Ethan Burdett participated in the skills competition, made it all the way to the end of the breakaway challenge, ended up losing to James Schendorf of the Friars. Also Logan Keel and Joey Villani for the T-Birds were participants back on the 26th. We'll get to the Friars in a moment here.
There might be a couple of them. Maybe.
Just a few.
Just a few. Puck for Petrie to try to play. Rocco gets there first. Nice battle against Petrie. Centering pass, it instead goes to his defenseman up high. Catazone looking for a shot. Instead, he plays it in deep. Chance to break out for the T-Birds. They get into neutral ice. It bounces around a little bit. Now played back by Basile. To the far side. Back for Petrie. Backhands it around. Villani plays it forward again. Great pressure from St. Anthony's. They don't get the turnover just yet. Villani once again off the boards. Over to Petrie. He taps it forward one more time. St. Anthony's just won't let them clear. Here comes the pressure. The shot skated aside by Basile. Puts it behind the net. St. Anthony's puts it out in front. Whacks at it. Goes wide to the right. 11:40 left to play in this first. And here the T-Birds come with their breakout. Puck played off the boards. They chase it down. Icing called just barely.
And while we got that whistle, we'll congratulate the Friars representatives, Tommy Azzariti, Cormac Terry, netminder Jordan Valsich, and rounding out the group for St. Anthony's was Zach Sorrell.
And of course the aforementioned Schendorf.
And of course, yes, James Schendorf. Could not forget Schendorf, who, again, won the breakaway challenge for the shooters.
Shot, that's going to be blocked. It was a painful one probably for Rodecker. St. Anthony still buzzing around with lots of potentials. Sevilivis looks for that shot.
A big block by Tansey there.
Yeah, Tansey still on the puck as well as it goes behind the net. T-Bird player wiped out there, giving a little bit of room for St. Anthony's to work it up. Nice couple of passes across the neutral zone, and here comes Schendorf in on net. Shot, that's going to be a nice save for Clark. Looks like he got the right shoulder on it. Sevelos, a shot that goes wide to the right. Aspromonte playing it back up to the top. Sevelos rewinding, almost got a deflection down low. T-Birds, they might have the 1-0 lead, but they're feeling the brunt of the pressure right now. Another shot, another save for Clark. Puck goes to the far boards. Schendorf with it again, passing it over. Looking for another centering pass. Schendorf gets it back up to the red line, looking for a backdoor tuck, and instead it's taken away by the T-Birds and skated out.
Great play by Logan Booth there.
Booth trying to turn defense into offense as he chases after the puck down below the red line. Nice clear coming from the Friars. Sevelos forward. Busa controlling it, giving it back to the far point. And here comes a breakaway. Potentially a one-on-one if they get there in time. Taken away. Nice defensive stop by Sevelos, getting back on that puck.
Crucial, because we know Ethan Burdett's got hands and he knows how to finish on breakaways.
Puck whacked at by King, cleared eventually by the T-Birds. Here comes Haggerty up the left side. His shot goes off to the left.
Good shot from Haggerty. We do have a delayed penalty on the Friars here.
Another opportunity for the T-Birds to jump further ahead here. Going to be 2 minutes onto the power play as it looks like O'Doherty is off to the box.
Brody getting called for a slash, and couldn't ask for a better start to this game if you're CSY.
Clark has been up to the challenge so far.
Game 6 of 6. Wednesday night hockey in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League.
Quick game 6 as well because of some of the earlier games.
Yeah.
Hopefully we didn't catch anyone off guard with it. Of course, you can always put on the reminders for the LI Sports Network on YouTube so you don't miss any of the action. We have all of our games scheduled well in advance, so you can put that little bell notification on. Shot on goal, it tips in! Villani looks like he's going to dap up one of his teammates as the tip just barely went past, and it's a 2-0 lead for the T-Birds.
It was Snyder in the high slot. Refs are coming together to talk about a high stick. I think this was a good goal, and we get the call officially now. Good goal, yeah.
That's a perfect hit from Snyder.
So the rule nowadays, it's not the crossbar, it's actually the shoulder. And that was well below the shoulder. Snyder with the great hand-eye there fooled Filer with that redirect. And 2-0 for the T-Birds. I don't think anybody had that on their bingo card coming into this one. Great start here for Connetquot Sayville. Really impressed with their play so far.
They've bent but not broken in their defensive zone as well. That's another key point right there. You know, they've faced some shots, they've faced some pressure, but no grade A opportunities for the Friars just yet. They look to get back into the offensive end. Petrie with the puck, trying to win it out against Leon. He does. Team goes back the other way. Keel with it. Scored the first goal for the T-Birds. Keel still holding on to it, down to his feet. Shot attempted by Villani. Keel back towards the puck, and it's an opportunity here for the Friars to clear. Nice pressure applied by Booth. He will take it away. Booth past the blue line, just barely offsides as Keel couldn't get his skate over. 8:18 left to play in the first period. 2-0 the score off of goals from Snyder and Logan Keel. Assist on the second goal coming from Logan Keel. Puck will be frozen up again. Filer in the net for the Friars. Face-off, controlled by the T-Birds for a second. They try to whack it down low. Wagner putting out in front of the net, then trying to jam it home. Another great opportunity for the T-Birds. But here come the Friars on the counterattack. It's going to be a good one. Schendorf with it right now. Shot that goes a little too high. Excuse me, that was actually Catallo with the shot. Catallo still with it, looking to pass it forward to Busa. Gets it on the near boards, trying to get it past Bazile. Hall's there to apply pressure as well, just in front of us. They finally get it in deep. Catallo chasing after it. Catallo so far this season, 15 points, 10 goals, 5 assists. One of the many players on the Friars above that 10-point threshold. King tips the puck forward. Too slow to be any sort of icing. O'Doherty controls it behind his own net. Trying to get past this pressure. O'Doherty stretch pass forward, gets it right onto the tape of Catallo. Catallo dragging around one, looking for an angle. It's a weak backhand shot, easily saved by Clark. Catallo keeps up the pressure, passes off to a teammate for a shot, but that's blocked out in front. Turnover in the offensive end. Here come the Friars, but once again, not able to generate any good opportunity off of it. O'Doherty at the far point. Passes it down low, intercepted. The T-Birds try to clear, kept in by Savelos. Falling to his skates was Catallo, and because of it, the T-Birds will clear the zone. And we have 6:50 left to play in the first. Here comes O'Doherty once more. O'Doherty looking for a shot. He scores! Beats Clark down low, makes it a 2-1 game. The Friars are on the board.
Big goal for St. Anthony's there. Needed that one as we inch closer towards the end of the first period. O'Doherty
snaps it low.
Yeah, odd angle, beats Clark. And a 2-1 lead now for the Friars. We got rookie Paul Trentini over here shining his flashlight in our eyes. You were going to be nice and not blow up his spot. I will. You just met him earlier this week. I've known him for too long to let him get away with stuff like that.
Shot on goal, that goes a little bit too high. I'm still at the complimenting the mustache point.
Exactly.
You know? Pass out in front, denied by the T-Birds. Taken in once more by Savelos. His shot goes wide to the right. Karam's around the boards over the goal scorer, Doherty. He snaps it on net, goes wide to the right. T-Birds now with an opportunity to come away with the puck. Esposito sends it in from the red line. Allows his teammate Birdie to chase after it. Lots of physical stuff from Birdie after the play as well, but
Delayed penalty coming.
oh, referees do put their arms up for that. I assume it's going to be against Birdie. I didn't see the referee on the near side. T-Birds just looking to touch up at this point, and now a good opportunity for the Friars to make it a 2-2 game.
Yep, it's Ethan Burdett going to the box.
Burdett, a little feisty on that play.
Yeah, roughing the call, and I will say roughing is probably the penalty you see most throughout the league, no matter what division. And I think the message with those penalties is
don't do it.
Got to keep the hands down.
Yep. Refs want to keep a clean game. That's their primary objective. O'Doherty with it on the power play. Sends it across ice. Terry snaps one down low. Great passing and a great save by Clark. Rebound available, and Clark gets the second as well.
I think Catallo just missed the net clean there.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, it looked like that shot kind of rolled, came off the heel of his stick. A lot of credit to Clark because he did get across.
That's why I gave him credit, benefit of the doubt.
Honestly, even if it hit the net, he might have gotten a piece of it.
Yeah.
It was a great job by Clark there.
Terry sends it to O'Doherty, puts it through the seam, but doesn't go in, and here comes Keel. Already a goal in the game and an assist, 2-point night for him, trying to make it 3. Keel gives it up in the offensive zone, but does kill a lot of time off of this power play. Back the other way is Catallo. He's had a good game so far in the slot, looking for a shot, instead passes it to Schendorf, a little bit off target. O'Doherty with it again. High slot, O'Doherty looking down low, Schendorf not able to receive it. Does maintain puck possession, gets it to Terry, cross ice, O'Doherty. O'Doherty scanning options, tries for a centering pass. It's tipped high and behind the goal. Approaching 1 minute in this power play to Burdett. Pass down low, once again to Catallo. O'Doherty. Terry, back to O'Doherty. Scanning options, O'Doherty scores! A laser from the left circle makes it a 2-2 game. And we're all tied up.
Not going to see a much cleaner snipe than that. O'Doherty with authority from the left flank.
Just a laser.
Yeah, 3 steps in and bang, goes top cheddar.
Now the T-Birds trying to regroup. It's still a tied game, but of course, they rather have that 2-goal lead that they once had. Face-off won back by Keel. Taken away now, played forward by Azaridi. Azaridi playing it out in front, another opportunity. Clark makes the save. Azaridi with it again. Pulling it around, shooting. That's going to be gobbled up, but not stopped. Clark scanning the puck, redirection, Azaridi scores! I think Clark got a piece of it, but not all of it. And now it's 3-2 for St. Anthony's. They came right back from that 2-0 deficit.
That's how you work quickly. Friars, not the start they wanted, but they're coming to life a little bit now. And 3-2 the score. Big goal there from Azaridi. He continues his torrid pace.
Azaridi, 20th point of the season right there, as well as his 15th goal. Friars now ahead 3-2, the first time they lead this game with 3:55 to play in the first period. Burdett either chirping the referees or chirping the other team, but he wasn't happy about something. Burdett still fighting for the puck, goes past his teammate in Villani, and now here come the Friars looking for another goal. Clark for the first save, second wasn't required as it was aired a little high of the goal.
It's a good chance from Rock.
Another big hit from St. Anthony's. No calls from the referees.
Yeah, good chance from Rocca as he heads off for a change now. I was actually talking to Mr. Rocca last night and was talking about the play of Joe, and he just wants to see him work hard. You know, he's not worried about goals. He wants to see him make nice passes, work hard, and help make his team better. And I said to him, I was like, I think your son personifies that. That's exactly his style. He does that every single night out there.
A grinder, a perfect guy to have on your team. Schendorf brings it in, using a little bit of that skill that we know he has. Gives it below the red line, brings it back out top, shot goes into the glass. Wraps around the boards, here comes Terry for it, the captain of the Friars. Skated out and forward by Villani. Back over to Schendorf. Tapped forward and now played into the zone. Schendorf chases after it. Near corner, he receives the puck, trying to skate around Basile. Schendorf still with it. Strong battle, gets it up to Terry. Terry, a shot blocked. Nice stop by Basile. Back to Terry. Down low, Schendorf, cross ice. Great feed, the save there. Took a little bit too long and gave Clark the option to come over. Schendorf looking for another shot. It hits the far post and almost goes in. 2 minutes left to play in the first period. Now the Friars are buzzing. Here comes Terry again. Shot almost goes in. Terry getting ready for another reload. Doesn't get the feed. Instead, the puck stays down in the far corner. T-Birds desperately looking for a clear. Now they have an opportunity as Basile has it on his stick. Looking for the options, not finding anything. Puck gets pinched on the far boards and kept in by the Friars. Around a couple of players for the shot. That's going to go off to the left after it bounced around a little bit in front of the crease. Basile still fighting for it. Puck taken away. Given back up top. Friars looking for the shot wide to the right. Terry skating onto it again. Terry, 1 minute 16 in the period. Wraps it around the boards down low while his team goes for a change. Catazone trying to skate forward to it. Pass finds the tape perfectly. Terry. Cross and then down low. Catazone trying to play the cycle game.
Last minute here.
Sends it up.
Get one more?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I think they've been in the offensive zone for probably about 1 minute and 30 now. Catazone sends it down low again. Puck goes just barely off the stick of Aspromonte, but still in. They just can't get the clear. The T-Birds have been out for so long. Good job from Terry. He's on a long shift as well. Fighting for the puck. Hall gets a nice hit, but it's still in. Catazone looking for the centering feed. Goes across the slot. 30 seconds left. Great stick check coming out from Carrasco. He gets it below the red line. 20 seconds. Plays it over. Catallo. Cutting to the high slot. Catallo still with it. Around one stick check. Feeds it across. No shot to be had. 13 seconds. Can the T-Birds get out of this jam? The answer is yes, as they take the puck and clear the zone. Making it 5 seconds. Maybe one more rush opportunity. Carrasco in on net. 3 on. Oh, no shot. No score. And the buzzer hit 0.
I think Esposito just saved a goal right there as Aspromonte was driving with his stick down.
Yep.
And Esposito just got a piece of it. Great job from the defenseman.
When we come back, we will continue this 3-2 affair in the second period here on the LI Sports Network. And we are back for the second period. 15 minutes put back onto the clock. The T-Birds came out with 2, and St. Anthony's responded with 3. And Travis, during that 1 minute intermission, T-Birds did something a little unusual. Met up as a group of players instead of with their coach.
Yeah, I've never seen that before, but I think my thought process behind that is you give the players control. You put the onus on them to, I don't want to say figure it out, but to band together as a team, as a unit, and find the momentum yourselves.
Yep.
Sometimes the message needs to come from within, not from the coaches, And I actually like that a lot from the T-Birds coaching staff, having the players come together there.
At the end of the day, the coaches can't hop on and skate and score a goal. It's going to come down to the players and their execution of the game plan.
Truly, 100%.
Petrie down low, trying to win the puck for his team, wraps around and gives an opportunity for Villani to play it out. Villani and Petrie have had quite a few shifts already this game. Springing forward, another pass, Snyder in on it, had a nice tip to score the second goal for the T-Birds, and a reverse hit there, laying down some hurt. Some big hitting already this game, more than likely will continue. Savelos looking for a drop pass, not finding the right target. Instead, he gives another pass that goes right into the six, still bouncing around in front, and Clark slams down the glove to pause play. Feel like every time that Petrie and Villani step onto the ice, positive things happen for the T-Birds. $13:50 to play in the second period. Pass down low. St. Anthony's almost with a grade A scoring opportunity, but here comes Wagner. Wagner in over the blue line. Shot that's going to be instantly blocked by Budacavalli. Now here comes Schendorf up the left flank. Schendorf cutting across the ice, looking for a shooting lane. Gets one on net, but it's a little bit wide to the left. Budacavalli reloading from the near point. His shot bounces around a little bit. St. Anthony somehow ends up with the puck, but they end up offsides. Another pause with 13:16 remaining in the second.
And Christian Budacavalli is another one of those players. You look on paper, and his stats aren't going to wow you, but you watch him play the game, and he's so smooth, he's so smart, plays the defensive position so well, and does a really phenomenal job of limiting opposing chances.
Again, we talked about the stay-at-home defenseman last game, and I said it then, I'll say it now. Every team needs one, at least one.
Yep, well, we were talking about Graziano from Middle Country, now Budacavalli. They're both very similar players in how they protect the house and do what they can to help keep goals off the board.
Shot wide to the left after Barilski laid down a big hit into the end boards. St. Anthony's keeps possession. Sayville slams it into the near side corner, comes back up top to Budacavalli, and he sends it in deep again. St. Anthony's with another long shift in the offensive end. Busa sends it to the opposite corner. The Friars looking to reload it up top, just barely squeaks past. Budacavalli once again with the puck on his stick, flipping it forward, taking it in on the rush. Here goes the defenseman looking for the backhander, jams it into Clark. Didn't make the stop. He made the save, but didn't stop the puck as it was still loose and almost wrapped around into the net behind him. Budacavalli with it one more time, passing it forward, gets it onto the tape. Carrasco. Instantly coming onto the ice and tapping his stick for the puck was Brady Hall. But no pass was to be had as the Friars still control it. St. Anthony's buzzing. Shot off to the right. Goes to the far point. T-Birds looking to clear. Get it to the far point, but not out. Barilski now putting the pressure on into the near corner. Puck instead won by St. Anthony's once more. It's Catallo with it. Catallo into the high slot. Backhands the pass over to his right. A shot and they score. Tipped out in front. Rocca will more than likely get credit for that as we look at it on replay. At the little shovel backhand pass. The shot coming.
Yeah, that's Joey's right there. See, Coach Rocca, Joey works hard, and now he gets rewarded with the goal.
Exactly. Get the stick down, get the puck towards the net. Good things happen. 11:19 to play in the second. 4-2 the score. The T-Birds scored the first two, then have let up four unanswered, trying to get back on top in this game. Hopkins has the puck at the near side. Loses it out. Catazone plays it forward to the most recent goal scorer in Rocca. Rocca still with it, playing it to the far point. Terry plays a shot on net. Now the puck's loose in the slot. trying to capitalize or the Friars, but it just barely dribbles off to the left. Rocca still with it, working like we say he always does, trying to play it back out to the slot, gets it to Catazone, a shot, that's a blocker save. St. Anthony still with possession, Catazone, another shot tipped by the defenseman out in front and wide to the left. Rims around. Carrasco puts it in deep. And we get a pause with 10:29. Offensive zone face-off upcoming for Schendorf. Looking to win the face-off back to Catazone. Instead, he keeps it himself, looks for a shot that's blocked by Clark. Catazone slings it across the blue line, a shot blocked by the T-Birds. Hall has it on the far corner, playing it forward, but kept in once again by Catazone. Schendorf surveilling, passing it backwards. Friars looking for anything in the slot they can get. Schendorf with it again. Wrapping around the boards down low. Aspromonte, left corner. Trying to flip it back up top. Aspromonte wooing the crowd right now. Shot on goal, swallowed up by Terry and paused. Both teams make full changes as we get a fresh 10 players out onto the ice. Face-off will come to the left of Clark.
And Kevin, I would say first 6-7 minutes of this game were all T-Birds. Since about that 8:30 mark of the first period, the Friars have just really taken over.
They did not like that 2-0 deficit at all.
They did not. And what you call Tommy's shot here.
Here they come again, looking for the shot, none to be had. Backhander weak, but Clark makes the save. Busa had that shot. There's a world in which it could have gone in. Wagner with the puck, trying to get it past O'Doherty. Instead, it's turned aside and taken back by Catallo. Catallo centering pass. Shot, saved, rebound, just barely missed a wide open net.
Yawning cage there for Catallo. Still looking at the stars.
Going to be kicking himself for that one. Another shot. This time it comes from Catallo. O'Doherty, near point. Trying to make some moves, gets it to a Catallo. He's tripped up. Referee sees it and will be called for a 2-minute minor.
And Kevin, so when I was speaking with a lot of the Friars players, I mentioned this on Monday night, how the sentiment was the same for essentially everyone across the board. We want to run the table. We want to go undefeated.
Yep.
And you would think that when a team gets through the first half of the year, they're 13-0. They win on Monday, 14-0 now coming into this game. You would think maybe some complacency would set in. Maybe they would get bored. They're like, we're winning too much. And it just does not seem to be the case with this team. They have one thing on their mind, and it's we are going 20-0 in this regular season.
Listen, that shows me one thing, and that they're not only a talented group, but they're a well-coached group.
Yeah, Coach Lund does a great job with this team. He had a great group last season that made a run to the finals, weren't able to get the win. And I really think that their whole motto this year is we are running the table.
O'Doherty has scored 2 goals already this game. Looked like he wanted a third right there. I saw it in his eyes. Now he passes it down low instead. Available for the pass up top, gets it. Not going to shoot, instead just paying pass with Schendorf. He finally gets it and rings the bar. 8:14 left in this second period, 1:12 in the power play. O'Doherty with it again. Cross-ice pass was intended for Aspromonte, but instead played out by the T-Birds. Here comes Keel, looking to set up a teammate in Villani, but instead it's taken back by the Friars and skated up. Schendorf breaking in. High slot, shot, rebound. Clark had the first part of it. The rebound was available, but not played into the net. 45 seconds in the power play. Puck comes past O'Doherty, and he'll need to regroup in his own zone. O'Doherty giving it forward. Rocca centering pass. Catallo a shot. Clark got a piece of it, and the rebound sails all the way down 200 feet to kill more of this power play. Travis, despite what has gone on for the last 10 or so minutes, call it, the T-Birds still have a chance. Those 2 goals put them in this game for the entirety.
Certainly, I think it's just now trying to get some momentum back. Just need one really strong shift to slow down the Friars a bit because their offense has been buzzing.
Here comes a chance. It's going to be a one-on-one. Wagner just barely missing the feed. Sauced out by the goaltender, now into the neutral zone. Basile forward to Wagner. Wagner springing in one-on-one. T-Birds with a good chance. 5-hole, just barely saved.
Good stop from Filer there. We'll get the replay on that chance.
There was a moment in which Filer was going backwards, in which I thought he might put it in accidentally. And he makes the initial save there. A little bit of backwards momentum, stops up, covers up, pauses.
Not easy for Berde either, trying to settle that rolling puck. And a good job by Filer, awaiting for Berde to make the move, not biting on anything.
Budicavoli plays it up and out, now tipped in at the blue line. Friars go on the counterattack, trying to get chances back of their own with the 2-goal lead they already control. Busa wrapping around, getting past Hall, centering pass, puck available in the crease. Hall tracking it right now, and it comes out past the blue line. Should go down for an icing. Referee blows the whistle, and we pause again with 6:11 to play in the second. Now past halfway in this game, a little bit past halfway. Face-off will be to the right of Clark. Esposito on the face-off. Puck goes in front of the net for a second. Played forward, and the T-Birds break out. Looking for the shot. That's going to be gloved by Filer.
Ozone draw, just what the T-Birds need here. Just the 1 goal scored in this period, Kevin, from Joey Rocca.
Yeah.
That
feels like it's more.
Yeah, that beautiful deflection right in front.
Here's Wagner on the draw, winning it against Schendorf. Actually gets tied up for a little bit. Schendorf still battling for it. T-Birds look like they'll come away with it. Nice hit in the corner from Wagner. Sets up Hagerty to try to win the puck. Puck out in front. Hagerty with an opportunity. He shoots, saves. Filer with some movement, but makes the save regardless.
It's a good shot right there from Hagerty. Walked off the wall, pass out front. And see Hagerty pull it out of the pile, trying to use the screen.
Yep.
Caught Filer right up in the shoulder. Rebound plopped down right in front of him.
Puck played around the boards and out. Aspromonte trying to play it forward. Fans on the pass a little bit and does end up with Petrie because of it. Petrie sends it the length, and that will become an icing with 5:26 to play in the second. Schendorf will be taking the draw for the Friars. Knocks it back. Is available for Catazone to take a shot. Catazone gets it back, now does take the shot. Rebound, Clark stops the first. Schendorf trying to put it in front of the net, denied by the T-Birds, and they look to skate it out. Keel, cross ice. Friars take it back. Exactly 5 minutes to play now. Petrie trying to keep it in. Keel gets it. Keel into the right circle. Keel looking for the centering pass. They score! Andrew Schneider with his second of the game. 4-3. T-Birds clawing it back.
Great drive there by Snyder. Good vision and feed from Keel. A nice move to get around Catazone. And that's exactly what you're told to do from mini mites all the way up. You drive the net with your stick down. That's exactly what Snyder did right there. And he did everything to earn and deserve that goal. Second of the game, like you said, Kevin, 4-3 now.
Just some hard-working goals for the T-Birds. That's really what it's been all about. They got 20 minutes left to work in this game. One more goal to make up before they level it.
Then you figured it was going to be a grinded-out type of game between these two teams.
Yeah, it's not like the Friars are a one-pony show. You can't just simply shut down one line of the Friars and expect to win. You got to do it shift after shift after shift after shift. That's the only way you're going to beat a team like this. Here comes Kiel, trying to win his team the game. They almost deflected it backdoor. Another opportunity for Booth. T-Birds still in the offensive zone. They've definitely swung the momentum back in their favor. Booth with the puck right now below the red line, trying to wrap it around. Snyder there to support him, and here come the Friars.
It's going to be important for the T-Birds here to keep their foot on the gas.
Booth chasing it in, and there's an unfortunate icing that will send it back to their own zone. Both teams elect to make changes. I believe that was also the second time this game that Snyder and Kiel linked up for a goal, and it was the second goal of the game, Snyder and Logan Kiel. Friars with possession in the offensive end again. Bisogno trying to play it down. Gets it to Mikletish. Hall. Supported by Villani. Puck stays in the offensive zone. Flutters all the way down below the goal line. Now played into the neutral zone. Might go down for an icing. Referees wave it off, so Hall will chase after it. Wraps around the boards. Straight into the basket of Basile. He plays it around. Hall chases after it again into the right corner. But another play from the defenseman, Budikavoli, will get his team out of the defensive zone and back onto the counterattack. I saw the vision right there for Bisogno, but just wasn't on the same page as Busa. T-Birds put it past the blue line.
Good play by Sell there just to clear the zone.
St. Anthony's gave up the most recent goal, but scored 4 before that. Again with possession as things have evened out here. As they say that, Kiel dangerous, back with the puck. Kiel a shot high into the left.
Yeah, off the bench, forced that turnover. And Filer didn't see it, so if it hit the net, it would have been trouble for sure.
Kiel with the puck once more. Turning up ice, has to get past Budikavoli. Kiel avoids the poke check. Now wrapping around the net all the way to the opposite side. Kiel finally finds his passing lane. Gives it over to King. King wraps it around down low. Goes to the opposite side and to the stick of Villani, who has an assist in the game. Villani looks for another shot, blocked out in front. Comes back to the point, and now here comes a one-on-one opportunity for the Friars. Trying to change the momentum, and a great defensive play. Action not over just yet. Still have it going back the other way. Tanzi looks for a shot. Saved, rebound, covered up by Filer.
Yeah, Tanzi had to shoot that one. The pass to Kiel was taken away. Great job by Cormac Terry defending there. And Filer out to the top of the blue paint to make the save and keeps the rebound close to get the whistle.
Face off for Wagner. Trying to keep the momentum going. Instead, it goes the way of the Friars. Potential breakaway here, a little bit misplayed. Esposito was back anyways. Centering opportunity here. Aspromonte was denied. Here comes Sayville. Wrapped around the boards by Filer. Wagner in on the forecheck. 2-on-1 developing, might be a 3-on-2. Aspromonte looking for the centering pass and again broken up. Great defensive play from both of these teams so far. Wagner once again with it, offsides, just barely. Rodecker was caught, I think, just a toe above the blue line.
It's been a great game here.
Yeah.
Here's a quick math for you. 33-45 we've played.
Okay, I see you.
Oh, no. See, my math's wrong.
Oh, no.
That's bad math.
Yeah, it'd be 30 minutes total.
It's 28-35.
Yeah, there we go.
45, sorry. I added 5 minutes.
That's all good.
I was thinking 20-minute college periods.
We can add an overtime to this game.
It's probably because of that overtime from the last game is where I'm getting my math messed up.
Great game. That was a great game.
I brag about my quick math earlier, and then I fumble it on this one.
It doesn't. If we're doing percentages now, you're still high on percentages. As a shot was blocked, good play from Snyder. It really just is a hard-nosed player. Does a little bit of everything. Here comes Booth. His shot goes high. Yeah,
Snyder's been extremely noticeable tonight, Kev. You hit it nail on the head right there. He's doing a little bit of everything.
Yep. Gotta love players like that. Coaches gotta love players like that. Your teammates gotta love players like that.
Oh, that's a coach's dream. You barely gotta coach them.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what situation, power play, go out. Penalty kill, go out. 5-on-5, go out. Empty net, go out. Doesn't matter.
And the biggest thing is, the effort's always there.
Yeah. Catallo bringing it in, puts the puck on net. Not a shot, but still sticked aside by Clark. T-Birds try to send Booth in one-on-one. Out of the net comes Filer with a wild stick to whack it away.
Yeah, just a little one-handed chop.
Scanning some options. St. Anthony's back in the offensive end. Not a lot of time to work with. 2 seconds to be exact, and there the buzzer goes. We will end the second period a little bit closer than we ended the first. 4-3 the score. 15 minutes remain in regulation to decide this game.
You're not with me tomorrow, right? No. You were Brady.
15 on the clock, 15 to go in this tight game. 4-3 the score. The T-Birds made it just a little bit closer in the second period as they start off with the puck in their own end. Comes out in front of their crease, cleared away, then poked back out in front. Clark not needed to make a save just yet. Schendorf with it. Far side. Wraps it around. Aspromonte below the red line as well. Taken back by Mossy. Puck comes up high. O'Doherty has 2 goals in this game. He puts it down low. Sayville's been noticeable on the near side boards. Taken out by the T-Birds. They play it into neutral ice where O'Doherty recollects, sends it forward, whacked with a backhand into the offensive end, and denied once more. Hagerty with an opportunity to break in. Has support coming from Mossy. Mossy in on the forecheck, harassing O'Doherty, who skates away from it nicely. 1 minute gone by in this third period. O'Doherty still with the puck, trying to get it into neutral zone. Finally passes blue line, sends it across. Aspromonte comes in. Aspromonte looks for O'Doherty on the tuck, but just barely misses.
That was a great feed back door.
O'Doherty with it again, looking for another shot. Hits off the near side of the goal. Puck played across and out. T-Bird just looking for some relief after that pressure. O'Doherty's just been a weapon in the offensive end this entire game.
Yeah, Brody is certainly one of the best defensemen in the league. Him and Cormac Terry combined for, again, 2 of the best defensemen. They do it all. Offensively, defensively, heads up passing, and they both got great shots too.
Catazone, scanning options, looking back door, denied out in front. Good play from the T-Birds. Again, it's been gritty defensive plays that's really been the key determining factor of this game. King dumps it in deep. Booth has it. ridden along the walls by Terry. Just talked about he can do a little bit of everything, and Terry wins a puck battle right there.
And Cormac was the most vocal of any Friar about wanting to go undefeated. He's the captain, he's the leader of this team, and he wants to help his side complete that mission.
Puck comes back into the neutral zone for another hard-working player, Snyder. Gets it ahead. Booth now with the puck. Cutting into the slot, passing it back. Great feed. Another one tucked home. Potentially Snyder just barely robbed. Great passing from that line. They have great chemistry, but now it goes back the other way. Another shot goes wide. Clark watches it carry him around all the way out of the zone. Busa drops it back. Catazone. Make that Catalo actually with it. Catalo still holds on to it as this team resets. Breaks in 1-on-4. Looks for a nifty shot. Goes above the net.
Yeah, Catalo's got quick mitts.
Shipped forward. Here comes Wagner. Over.
Got stuck.
Yeah, stuck in the equipment. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Catalo felt it back there. Something wasn't right.
Ramped up his stick, hit the boards, and got stuck up in his jersey. Definitely don't see that happen often.
Nope.
If we get more time at the next whistle, I want to come back and show you that save that Dom Filer made.
Absolutely. Clark watches that puck sail through the crease. Hall will apply some pressure. Joined by Esposito on the near boards. Puck comes out in front, taken by Petrie, and he'll skate it out as a defenseman. Passing it forward, joining the rush as well. Shot played on net. Turned aside by Filer near boards. 5 players coming together, make it 6. Esposito takes it and plays it out of the rink accidentally. Heads up to anyone below. We should have a little bit of time for that replay now.
Yeah, it's point blank shot right out front.
Booth with the cut in. And just, again, great passing right here. One more backhander.
Nice job.
Yep.
Paddle down.
He was watching it the whole way. St. Anthony's. Puck sent across the crease. There was some open net to shoot at, but no Friars player there. Sevelos shovels one on net, goes wide to the right. Clark scrambling around in his crease right now, trying to find some footing. Here comes O'Doherty. O'Doherty, cross ice, gives it for a shot wide right. Puck looks like it's going back towards O'Doherty, but instead cut off by Aspromonte. He comes together with 3 other players and comes away with the puck. Gives it up high to O'Doherty. O'Doherty still with it. On his backhand, cutting in, down low, passing over to Sevelos. Wrapped around the boards by the T-Birds this time. Kept in. Aspromonte looking to cut across one player. Aspromonte turning around, feeding it up high. O'Doherty at the far point like he always is for a shot. Clark finds it, putting his pads on top of it, and stops play with 10-13.
Great stop right there from Alex Clark. Really crucial save.
We were talking about a little bit earlier, talking about how GAA isn't always an indicative stat for goalies. If you look at it for Clark, 6.94, he doesn't look like a 6.94 goalie.
Does not tell the story.
Does not at all. T-Birds onto the counterattack. Mossy gets possession off a turnover from O'Doherty, puts out in front of the net. Both players whacking at it and taken away eventually by Burdett. Puck goes around the boards to Catalo. Intercepted in neutral ice. Villain, who has an assist, plays a shot on net, blocker save. Less than 10 minutes to go in regulation. One-timer out in front. That was a great opportunity and a better save.
Great chance right there. Villani right on the tape. I believe that was Massey who got that shot off. It was.
His wraps around looking for the feed.
And Massey did a great job popping to the circle. He was wide open. And Filer even better, popping out to make that save.
Mossy definitely not puck watching there. He knew where he needed to set up for that one-timer. Friars break out, skating 2-on-2 on the transition, but denied by the T-Birds. Roca recollects, Looks for a shot, blocked.
Big block by the T-Birds captain.
Another heart play right there. Berde trying to deny at the blue line. Puck goes past him anyways. Down below the red line. Tempted to be cleared by Rodecker. Goes to the far side, played forward. Skating onto his Villani. Gets jammed up a little bit on the near side boards, and the Friars come away with it. Terry in a little bit of frustration that his team couldn't clear. Here they come, and a save for Filer with the glove.
Another ozone draw for the T-Birds. Great job by Logan Booth. He was coming off the bench, forced that turnover. Walks the blue and takes a good low shot that wasn't too much trouble for Filer, but enough where he felt he needed to take that whistle. Couldn't steer it off into the corner.
It's definitely a game that's tested St. Anthony so far, but they've had the lead for most of it. Only one lead change so far this game. Villani with it again. Will hold on to it for a while, finally finding a pass off. It's Keel with it, instantly gets swarmed by two. Keel cutting across a couple of players, then sending it in. Snyder chasing after it, but he's denied. Booth again skating onto it. Gives it over to Villani. Booth now has to assist it out. Schendorf sends it out in front. Approaching 8 minutes to play in this final period. Overtime might be required. It's been tight all along. Petrie against Schendorf. Schendorf sends it up. Shot. That's going to go wide to the left. Puck comes to the near side. One more. Here comes Booth up the left flank. Booth into the left circle. Cutting around one player. Terry there to deny him. Great defensive play from Terry, but he actually can't take it away. Booth still has it into the slot. He looks for a shot, and it's fought off by Filer.
Great opportunity. Logan Booth doing it all himself there.
Terry now finds some time and space with a teammate to play it out. Schendorf patrolling the blue line, trying to get a feed, and here comes a penalty. Booth taken down. T-Birds to the power play. 6-on-5 until then. Keel gives it off. Gets it back. Keel looks for the shot, blocked out in front. Almost tipped home by Snyder, but it was Filer to make a save, and a tie game could be on the docket in the next 2 minutes.
Aspromonte for tripping, and the T-Birds will use their timeout with 7:14 left in this game as they want to try to draw something up and pot a goal on this power play chance. And it helps that a player of Aspromonte's caliber is in the box. Doesn't help the Friars, helps the T-Birds.
Absolutely. You know, it's one of those things when you're watching your team play, you know, and you're looking at the ice and there's a penalty called and you're letting it settle out, and then it's your top defenseman or your top penalty killer that ends up in your box, and it's like just a little bit harder now.
And James plays all situations for the Friars, so definitely hurts having him in the box for 2 minutes. And I'm very intrigued to see what the T-Birds, not only the unit they come out with, but what they look to set up here. You know Keel's going to be out there. You know Villani's going to be out there. You know Snyder's going to be out there. You know Logan Booth's going to be out there.
Yep.
Who's that fifth? It's going to be Esposito.
7 points through the season, 3 goals, 4 assists.
Friars match it with Azzuriti, Catallo, Cormac Terry, and Catazone.
Got to send Terry out there. On the draw, Keel looks for it. Instead, it's won by the Friars. Played out by Catallo. All the way down the ice. First one to it is Esposito. He plays it off the boards.
No playing around here for the Friars. Just get it 200 feet.
Absolutely. No fancy stuff. Keep it simple. Keel, past the blue line. Has Snyder for a drop pass. Instead, he sends it the length. Booth trying to cut in on net. Gets taken out. No calls from the referees, and again, it's played 200 feet.
Got sandwiched between Azzuriti and Catazone there.
Clark sends a pass forward. Gets it to Villani. Forward now for Snyder. Dropped off. Booth has Villani behind him if he needs him. Instead, it's going to be a turnover. Catazone takes it. Just a simple play, backhands it forward. Azaridi in one-on-one falls down and gives possession back over to the T-Birds with 1 minute remaining on this power play. Booth with it again, trying to skate around Terry. On the backhand, he gets it poked away. 1 minute exactly now in the power play. Booth wraps it around, Villani at the far side. Villani, shot on goal, blocked out in front. It's loose in the skates of a couple of players, but not played out. Another shot, they score! Logan Keel knots it up at 4, 6:01 to play.
That was a bullet right there from the point. Keel circled back to cover the blue line and through some traffic, keeps the shot low, beats Filer low blocker, and we are tied up at 4 with 6 minutes remaining here in regulation.
Are you not entertained by this game? St. Anthony's undefeated 14-0, tied up at 4 against the Connetquot Sayville T-Birds, who are looking for, again, these pushes into playoffs. It's the narrative of today. Schendorf trying to change it, looks for a shot, blocked out in front. Clark not required. Puck comes in front of Clark once more, but instead caroms to the near boards. Whacked into the neutral zone, and there's O'Doherty to play it.
So that was the second of the night for Keel, and like you said, massive playoff implications. If CSY can come back and get the 2 points, they'll be tied with Ward Melville for that 7th seed.
And again, it's been a lot of the usual suspects as a shot from O'Doherty, almost going for a hat trick.
Yeah, we got a couple players on hat trick watch right now.
Approaching the 5-minute mark in the third period. St. Anthony's looking for the pressure. Gave up the first 2, scored the next 4, gave up the next 2, and that's how we got here. Villani playing the puck forward into the neutral zone. Hall gets it. Hall plays it forward. Icing from the referees, the call just 3-4 seconds under that 5-minute mark.
And listen, the T-Birds obviously want to win this game, but even getting a point tonight will be so crucial for them as we continue to inch closer to the end of the season. They'll just have 5 games left after this one, so really, really need to pick up these 2 points over the Friars, and you shock the island if you pick up a win over them tonight.
Yep. No moral victories at this point. Too late into the season for that. Barilski at the far side trying to play it up and out, but instead it's kept in by Catalo. Second chance will get past all of the Friars and all the way down for another icing. So St. Anthony's will take it, another offensive zone draw. 4:36 left in the third.
Good jump from the Friars after giving up that power play goal, as they don't want this to go to extra time. They want to win this in regulation.
They want that 15-0. That's what they came in for. That's what they want to leave with. Budikavoli puts a shot in, and it looks like we have Ethan Burdett a little shaken up. I think he took a puck to the rib cage. Not something you want to wake up with in the morning.
Yeah, just blocked that one up high a little bit, and I think it actually got stuck in his jersey as well. It's the second time we've seen that tonight. But he'll head off. We'll get a new unit out here for the T-Birds, and Keel and Schendorf, 2 of the top forwards, will square up at the dot.
Keel won't win it out. Schendorf actually puts it past his own blue line. Basile in a foot race for it. It's going to be one out by St. Anthony's, played off the boards and into the offensive zone. Schendorf chasing after it again, drops it back for Carrasco. T-Birds take it away. Skating forward, here comes Keel. Keel with some room to work, sandwiched by 2 different players. Schendorf with it again, cutting across the blue line. Schendorf looking for a shot. Instead of it's a pass to Aspromonte and into the near corner. Aspromonte trying to hold on to possession. Instead it's Schendorf, shovels it wide to the left. Puck wraps around the boards. Schendorf puts it down low. Aspromonte again. Took the penalty that allowed the T-Birds to tie this game. Might be a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. Puck played out in front, goes through the crease. Terry, the captain, pinching in, has some coverage up high, and referees are going to call it offsides. Face-off coming in the neutral zone. 3:25 to play in the final period. Might be back-to-back overtimes here on the LI Sports Network. Draw taken by Rocca, but he's not going to win it. Instead, the T-Birds look to flip it down low. Acrobatic play at the red line coming out from Terry. Gets it in. Clark won't stop play. Instead, he drops it to King. King wraps it around the boards, gets it to Snyder. Snyder ahead for Keel. Keel gets lit up in the neutral zone. No penalty from the referees. Keel gets right back up.
T-Birds fans getting very animated. They wanted a call there.
They wanted the power play. They wanted that next goal. Azaridi sends it in. King back to it again. Behind his net, wraps it around. Barilski tries to get it out and just past the blue line. Keel trying to get redemption for that earlier hit. Keel through a couple of players, stripped by Terry. Terry gets it ahead to Azaridi. Azaridi still with it, trying to get past King. Azaridi centering pass. Instead, it was a shot, went a little bit too high. And here comes the T-Birds 2-on-1. Instead, it's a pass straight into the stick of Terry. Turns it over. Shot, they score! Anthony Catallo to put his team up 5-4. And the T-Birds feel that one.
And that one definitely sinks the T-Birds a little bit. Still plenty of time for them to come back and score another, but a great low shot. And I've been talking about it all night. Goalies coming out and challenging. Clark did that there, but Catallo's shot was so clean that he just got beat off of it. And he did the right thing as a goalie. You want to get out and take away the angle, but it's hard when you get a picture-perfect shot like that.
I don't believe that's Catallo's first this game either. It might actually have been. It was. So that's his 11th goal of the season.
Now we got to keep our eye on Clark.
Yeah.
For when the T-Birds do get the puck out of their zone.
Buda Cavoli on the ice right now, trying to keep it in at the near side point, taken away instead by the T-Birds. Cavoli takes it back instead, past the blue line. Exactly what his team needs right now is just possession. They don't need another goal as long as they can hang on to the lead. T-Birds with the breakout. Hagerty across the blue line. Hagerty looking for it. Clark still in the net for the T-Birds. St. Anthony's take it back. 1:34 to play in the game, trying to hang on to their flawless record. Here comes the most recent goal scorer, cutting across, rings the iron.
What a shot from Catallo there.
Buda Cavoli, cross-ice pass. They play it into the blue and straight into the glove of Clark. He'll freeze it with 1:15, a chance for his team to catch their breath, set up a play maybe from the defensive face-off. Going to be an important one, Travis, for them to win.
And
timeout.
I was just about to say, the T-Birds already called their timeout, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do here. Friars might have just helped them a little bit by calling their timeout, as it now gives Connetquot a chance to draw up a defensive zone play and try to work the puck down into the Friars zone, get some shots on before we get to the final minute here. Like you said, 1:15 remaining in regulation. It's been a great matchup between these two teams. And I'm a neutral party here, Kevin, but I won't lie. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing another overtime. This has been an awesome game.
I like hockey.
Even Paul's like, let's go, let's go.
I like it's the end of at the end of the line. I like hockey. Now I didn't pay to get in here, so it's not extra free hockey.
Yeah.
It's just more hockey.
You know, Keel and Snyder, Villani are going to be on the ice. Booth's out there as well. I'm sure when the T-Birds are able to get the puck out, Ethan Burdett will be jumping on the ice for Clark as that sixth skater.
It is Keelan on the face-off, staring off against Schendorf. Schendorf wins it cleanly. Back to O'Doherty. He takes a shot, almost goes in, just a little too wide to the right. Busso with it again, trying to keep it deep into the zone. 1 minute left, and Clark is nowhere near being able to go out from the net. Pinch down low. Busso takes it back, looking to get it back to his defenseman. Instead, he flips it in deeper to Aspromonte. Aspromonte still with it on the far side, feeds it to O'Doherty. With it, O'Doherty, Aspromonte again. 50 seconds left in the game. O'Doherty at the far side, puts a shot on goal, rings off to the left.
T-Birds got to take chances. They need numbers on the puck right now.
Schendorf with the puck in his skates, kicks it over to Aspermonte, then gets it back, puts it around the boards, back to O'Doherty. Terry is just watching this entire play, his team winning every puck battle down low. Schendorf with it again. At some point, the T-Boards just have to smother the puck with 4, and they finally get it away. Trying to keep it in, but it's another forecheck and a turnover. That might have done it for St. Anthony's. Busa looking for the shot, covered up by Clark, and it's an important stop as his team is almost out of time.
That was actually a great save right there by Clark. Not easy. Certainly not easy. Great job by Busa.
And you look at across. Nice movement from Clark.
Might see that one in last night's best later on tomorrow morning. Beautiful save.
Face-off, won by the T-Birds. 10 seconds left in the game. They try to get it out of their own zone, but it's still in the defensive end. Snyder playing it forward. It's into O'Doherty. He plays it up, and that's it. Still perfect. St. Anthony's 15-0. First place is still theirs. It's not really much of a conversation. And for the T-Birds, I said no moral victories, Travis, and because of that, this one hurts a little bit.
Definitely. Friars take a 4-point lead now over the Smithtown Hauppauge Bulls, which I know the Bulls have the Friars a big X on their calendar for when that game comes.
Yep.
Friars, same for them. But 4-point lead now, jumping out a little bit. This one definitely stings for the T-Birds as they played it right down to the wire. I'm going to say the same thing here for the T-Birds. This has been their best game all season long. They answered the challenge. The bell rung,
yep,
and they stood up and squared up and were ready to go tonight. And for them, obviously, it's a shame they don't come away with the victory, but there's a lot of positives for them to pull, and you
keep doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Keep doing the same thing over the next 5 games. You're going to give yourself a good chance.
You bring an effort like that every single game. Came a little bit too much, but a 5-4 game, you look at what happened last time these two teams played. It was 7-1 for the Friars. Thank you very much. And you know, like I said, totally different game this time around, and the T-Birds will pull a ton of positives from this for their final 5 games, making that playoff push. A shame they don't walk away with a victory, but you cannot be upset with your performance tonight.
No, absolutely not. And that will do it for us here at the rinks. 6 games done for the day. And the final score, once more, St. Anthony's 5, Connetquot Sayville 4. I'm Kevin Broderick, joined by Travis Quigley on the microphone and Paul Trentini doing a fantastic job on camera as always. And with that, safe travels, have a good night, and we will end it here on the LI Sports Network.